All right, let's do it, bro. How have you been?
Good, girl. Tell me, what's new with the IG, the social media experiment?
Yeah, I'm getting obsessed with it. I have many thoughts on it. I have many thoughts. There's so I the stuff that I am now making, the stuff I'm naturally drawn to making is it's just like it becomes a reflection of you if you're doing it like I don't know, for fun, like if you do whatever you're passionate about. I found naturally for me that tends to be more like darker discipline, um, that kind of thing. Which has nothing to do with girls. Girls do not watch that content whatsoever. So my audience is skewing like 90% dudes, 10% girls. But I think I'm latching onto something bigger. Just the amount of growth the account is seeing, I think I can turn it into something bigger than like just some selfish personal brand. I have a business idea if you want to hear it.
Enlighten me.
So this wouldn't be the like grand vision of it. Grand vision of it, I think you could build there's these very like abstract like fitness brands online and they have very like dark have you seen UVU? Do you know Represent? They're these like almost like underdog luxury fitness brands that have built cult-like followings. Dude, Represent would be worth over $1 billion probably. You is like an even smaller one and would be worth, I don't know, tens of million. Just that it's like the artistry behind them is so cool. Here's my like thoughts on like the big opportunity with creating a personal brand in the page that I'm doing. If you can get enough eyeballs and attention,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter the product. Like
Oh,
you've worked out the marketing, which is the hardest part of it, and the product and the way you monetize it doesn't actually matter if you have a big enough pool of people to pull from. Do you know YBS Youngbloods on YouTube?
I've heard of them. But before, I want to read you a quote that I literally wrote. I literally wrote in today's show notes.
Okay,
So
yeah.
from Logan Paul, him and Jake Paul are launching a HBO Max like reality TV show, keep it like the Kardashians.
Yeah.
And here is the exact quote, right? This is America. The currency isn't being liked. The currency is attention. What can you do with attention? The answer is everything. Wow, bro. He's a
He
lot
said
smarter
that?
than he. Literally his original quote, bro. He said the trailer. Yes, the exact words. That's crazy, right? He's a lot smarter than he looks.
Bro, that is my big realization. So, and at a certain point, so like in early ones when we were talking about it, we are like probably the most powerful. So like you can make money and you can get a fit body. I don't think it changes the way people treat you, both men and women, as much as social media clout or status. And the most concentrated form of that is Instagram. And it's like we can discuss if that's like cringe or embarrassing or whatever, but like, that is just a fact. So you can either hate the game and say it's pathetic and whatever, and I would agree with you, but, like, that's the rules of the game. Either play it or don't play it. The quest to build an Instagram to get girls, I think, is actually very shallow and stupid. Someone like the Nelk Boys?
Yeah, of course. They interviewed
Someone like
Trump. That's crazy. From
exactly.
pranksters.
Yes, and the content that Kyle puts out on Nelk and also personally, That what do you think the split would be between men watching it and women watching it? It's probably like 99% men, 1% women,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you just get to a large enough size that it doesn't matter. Like, if you can just get the attention and eyeballs and appeal to these universal emotions, dude, like, the product doesn't matter, the way you monetize doesn't matter, it can be anything. So, like, it could be a clothing brand. I think the really low-hanging fruit and cheap things that I don't have any interest in doing is stuff like online coaching, diet plans, nutrition plans, like any of that stuff I think is like I want something much like that is very cool to work on and almost like artistry. It could be clothing, something like that. But here's my lower level idea because dude, I'm going crazy with this. I've hired 6 editors to help me, like, build the page, and I'm just like I'm going all in on scaling it, yeah. Because, dude, it's a fuckload of work, and I have to do the YouTube channels and Crypto Nutshell, like, to make money, and, yeah, so trialing a bunch of these dudes. Side tangent, building a personal brand, all of these guys have DM'd me. I don't have to go out and find the people. The amount of, like, inflow of people, not just like friendship wise, social circle wise, but people that want to work with me and build the page is like super cool. And I didn't get that from Jamie Tree or the Faceless channels or Crypto Nutshell because they're like a brand. No one reaches out. You have to find those people, and it's much harder. Fuck, what was I saying before that? Oh, the business idea. So I want to at least make the page run at like cash flow medium, like it's not just losing money from the people I hire to help edit. The way I would do that, and here's like a umbrella theme of this year.
Okay.
I don't enjoy hanging out with girls or like the casual things and all that stuff. Like going on dates, going to the beach with a girl, going to a restaurant with a girl. Not
Okay.
because I'm homo, but because it feels like a massive fucking waste of time.
Totally
And 99% of the time, it is a massive waste of time because that's not your ride or die girl. And the girl normally isn't worth it and doesn't fit into your life. So it is a waste of time. And you would be much more
totally.
productive
Yeah.
working or in the gym, like doing something for yourself, right?
I
So
cannot remember a single time a girl said, and I genuinely think that's wisdom, and not a single time, bro.
yeah, exactly. No, there are some like unicorn girls that you're like, that was worth
I
it.
haven't.
But it's so rare, bro. It's like 1 in 100.
Okay, keep going.
So, like, the majority of it is a massive waste of time.
Agree.
The other thing I think is a waste of time, because you would do this as well, you probably work a lot and because 'cause you're traveling all the time, you spend a lot of time alone. So, especially when you're working on a business, I spend a lot of time here, like, working alone. After a certain amount of time, it's inevitable that you get lonely. So, I start to make myself socialize, not, like, with girls, but, like, just with dudes, and I wanna meet up with dudes.
Okay.
But the problem is that also feels like a massive waste of time because generally they don't necessarily mesh with your values or like some people are cool and you will be friends, but a lot of the time it also feels like a waste of time.
Agree.
The way I've remedied that is I will only socialize or hang out with girls if they effortlessly fit into my life. So, the girl I was hanging out with from Instagram, I literally messaged her, I'm getting up at 5 a.m. I'm going on a run. Feel free to join me. I was going to do that run anyway, and she
Right
can
up.
come and we can talk and it doesn't feel unproductive. And if it was a waste of time meeting her, then I haven't wasted a few hours like going to a
Great,
restaurant, doing
great point.
something. Same thing with friends. I don't want to go out for the sole purpose of socializing because it feels like a massive waste of time. The only time I'll hang out with them, I'm hitting a gym session, I'm doing this at this time. If you want to work together, that's the like no matter what happens, you're at least still doing your things. And I
Okay.
think people that are driven and want to accomplish something, that's like the only remedy to do that. Um, okay, wait. There's a reason I
Your grand business idea.
Yeah, so the business idea, I want it to be under that theme as well. So I finished 75 hard maybe 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. And when I was doing it, I was actually operating at a much higher level.
Yeah.
I'm like healing from injuries now, but I'm like, I'm actually not getting as much work done. I'm not making as much progress. I'm still like good with everything, but it's like I can feel myself slipping. So, and I've gotten so many messages from people asking how I did it, that they want to do it, like that the page is a catalyst for them to start it, blah, blah, blah. So I want to start it again, but I don't want to do it solo this time. I want to get maybe 30, 35 people, put up some Instagram stories saying, I'm starting 75 hard again. A lot of people have reached out. If you want to join an accountability group, let me know. It'll be free. I'm starting on this date. So I'm going to be doing it anyway. So no matter what happens with everyone else that joins, I was going to do it anyway. I was going to get the benefits from it anyway.
Okay.
Here's the caveat, and here's how it makes money. My friend Tom Sparks, who I followed, who actually started this, um, he he did the exact same thing, but he did it for completely free. He got 20 people together, added them on WhatsApp. He knew some of them in real life. He didn't know some of them. He has like 5,000 followers on Insta, similar page. Um, but every single person quit. Every single person quit, stopped messaging him. He said he lost friends because no one fucking committed to it and no one finished it. So the way you need to approach it, I think the solution is you have to make a punishment if people don't do it. So I'm thinking you um you have like a $200 entry fee, and if
Uh,
they finish it, you return it to them or you donate it to charity. If they don't finish it,
Why not just split the prize pool? Because definitely somebody will quit, and the remaining people split it.
No, you keep it. The person who organized it keeps it. So if you finish it, the reward is you get your $200 back. You met like 30 guys and like it was completely free. If you don't finish it, then I'm going to donate it or I'm going to keep the $200. And the majority of people won't finish it. And the people that do finish it and do want the money back, you've changed their life because it's so transformational. Um, and you have like true fans for life. So if you can do that iteration cycle and you could run like 20 of them concurrently. So you could have a group of 25, a group of 25, a group of 25. You're in all of them and people just have to post their progress pic and the things I've done every day. They'll become true fans and they'll consume whatever you release in the future.
Uh-huh.
On the downside, if they don't finish it, you make $200 for like the process. Hold that thought. All my food just arrived. Just one sec. I need to grab
Okay,
it. My bad.
no worries.
Sorry, bro. I'm back.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts on that?
I think won't it be a pain in the ass to check on people like whether they achieved or not? Because it's so easy to cheat. What are your thoughts on anti-cheating mechanism?
Yeah, so I think the requirements would be you're put in a group because doing it by yourself is super lonely. And it's much more fun. Like James did it like 10 days after me, and then just talking to him about like what we were doing every day was a lot more fun. And it's the whole like community aspect. I think one of the most powerful things is people want, I don't know, they want new friends, they want new connections, they want community, they want like-minded people that are doing the same thing. And the people that would be attracted to be doing something like that would all be similar. It would be self accountability that in the WhatsApp group, you just need to post your progress pic every day. And there's the app. It's like all the red ticks. You have to screenshot that and post it every day. If you don't do that, you get kicked from the group and you don't get your money back. So it's like, yeah, some people could lie about it, but I think the people that are attracted to it that would pay the $200 would take it seriously enough to not do it. I don't think this is very scalable and it's not like a world class idea. It's just like get the ball rolling on money coming in and like sort of create community and a cult like following around the page whilst you build towards something bigger. Does that make sense? It's like the lower hanging fruit before you
Okay.
launch the big thing, which could be, I don't know. You do it when you have a much bigger audience, when you have a few 100,000 people following, you know?
For me, it's something I'll never do. It's too much work for too little reward.
But like you put 30 people into a group, all you have to do is send a progress pic and a thing every day. The only work is taking their money and you transfer them back at the end. I think that's not that much work at all.
In Chinese, we call it 吃力不讨. It means you spend a lot of effort and you don't even get a thank you because it's
Where's the effort?
you get so much hate from. Like once the money is involved, like the hatred, the bitterness. I just don't want to dip my feet in those.
You know what? That is true. People probably, when they're like, "Oh, why is money involved?" There probably is hatred, but it's yeah, that's actually a good point.
You will get your first wave of expose Jamie going ghost. He's a cheater, he's a fraudster. Like, it's a ton of hate and anger towards you for no reason, bro.
True, for not like the big money. Whereas you could just outlay the money and keep growing. Yeah, that's actually a good point. I didn't think about it like that. But it's like, yeah, and to the rational person, you'd be like, well, yeah, it's $200 as a punishment. Just finish it and you get it back and it's free. But it's like the general population are so, for lack of a better word, retarded that like anything to do with money, they'll be like, oh, you're scamming, you're like shelling out, like blah 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 blah.
Yeah, and there will be people sending you messages every single day, like just hating on you until you have to manually block them. So for me, if I want to do this, I have two approaches in mind. One is, the Sam Parks Hampton, the private community for high net worth individuals. That's one approach. And the other approach, just going broad. You know the app called Zogo. So it's a financial education map. If you can think about Duolingo for financial languages, like what is stock, what is that, in a very gamified like ABC choices. And they partner with banks to give free rewards. So not only you get to learn finance, but you get to reap rewards like credit card points, sign on bonus from all different banks. That's towards the mass, the common people, the majority. So I will have those two approaches in mind. Either you go like a broad or you go niche.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll think about it. As we said at the beginning, and I'm not like my heart's not hung up on any opportunity. I think the much more valuable skill is learning how to get attention and eyeballs.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want with it after you've learned that skill. Like, it can be anything, and it can be as basic as T-shirts. It can be as basic as fucking whatever. The other thing I've learned, bro, because I'm getting a lot of like, it could be as basic as like a high ticket offer on how to grow your Instagram page. Because I'm getting a bunch of messages from online coaches asking how I'm growing my page, who's my editors, who's this, who's that, blah, blah, blah. Here's the actual like secret source of growing a page,
Uh-huh.
and we've talked about it before. Everyone that posts is so narcissistic that the content they put out is so like me, me, me. It's like if I put up a story of me eating this wrap, like who gives a fuck? No one cares at all. But that's what most people do. They
Yep.
think they're they're programmed that they think they're such a special snowflake that they're
Yeah.
entitled to other people's attention when
That
no one gives a single fuck. No one gives a single fuck.
main character syndrome.
Exactly. But the people that get past the barrier of posting themselves online, they're normally those narcissistic people. So of that pool, there's only a few people that understand you have to what I try and do every time I release a video. It's not about me. It's about empowering the viewer to be more disciplined, to do something hard, to get their fitness in order, to I don't know, like whatever. And then there's little like the way you get them invested in you is if you keep giving the viewer empowerment or value or whatever, then you sprinkle in like little anecdotes of your life, little stories of your life. They'll come back so many times that they'll eventually get invested in your story as a byproduct. But you can't serve that up to them because no one gives a fuck about you. It has to be like the Trojan horse of in value. Does what I'm saying make sense?
Yes. So that gives me idea for another approach, which is pure drama approach, which means each workout video you just copy and paste or screenshot a hater's comment, like you are a piece of shit, you could never do this, this is cringe, just to show them they're wrong. So once people get involved in the storyline of how you prove the hater is wrong, people kind of get interested in that.
100%. Yeah, that type of content would work. But the reason that type of content would work, the example you just said, that is empowering to the person watching it because they put themselves in your shoe where they're like, oh, he's getting hated online. I could put myself out there, get hated online, and prove them wrong. It's like that example is still getting value to the person watching it. Something I see girls do all the time, they do like a reel of like, here's 10 things you didn't know about me. Who is getting value out of that? Like, where it's different for guys and girls as well. Girls, I think a lot of people consume their content for either their beauty or the energy that they give to the viewer. Guys can't really do that. If you're a guy or a girl, people will follow you if you give them value. But girls can get away with if they're like stunningly beautiful or like have really good energy and like someone like Emma Chamberlain, like just has an energy that is like
No, I
uh,
was gonna say is yeah.
charismatic. Um, People will follow for the sake of that, and I think people see that and they're like, "I can do that as well." But like 99% of people aren't like that. You have to
Yep.
give value to especially dudes. Dudes, some dudes can get away with like, I don't know, like the lumberjack guy that is like gets followers because he's jacked and cuts wood and stuff.
What's that guy? With the long hair? Oh, fuck. He's also, but anyway, he's in great physique and he's a steroid. That's how people were interested in watching 1 hour long of his workout video.
Yeah. Anyway, like the difference between the sexes is I think dudes have to lead with value a lot more, and it's probably harder for them to convert.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're just my thoughts on socials. What are you were said you were interested in starting a personal brand or doing something. Have you done anything?
So I have a couple of videos just backlogged. So, but I don't have one like a certain angle I want to approach at. The best thing you can have on the internet is have like a recognizable character for people to think about you. If they think about the word Claire, they think of a certain guy. Okay, you what?
So you're waiting to post until you have that character in mind.
No, I have a couple of videos, but it's just random daily like day in the life things that I've been procrastinating because how busy I was.
You haven't posted them yet.
I haven't. For example, the modeling thing. In the end, the end result extremely feminine. So I was gonna like make a vlog. I tried being like idol K-pop idol for 24 hours type of stuff. He's gonna be a short.
I think start posting and then worry about the message, worry about the monetization, worry about how you appear. Because remember what I was posting, dude, it's only been 58 days as well. I look back,
Yeah.
been 58 days from 0 to 10K. What were my first 20 posts? They were like me going to the beach, how much I spent in a day. This is what gets like, I didn't know what the fuck I was like, what the message was, what the content was going to be about. It's now kind of evolved naturally into, I don't know, I just think about this shit and then put it in the like, it's kind of like this discipline fitness page. I don't know. It's still like, it's still evolving.
I'll say it's more ideas based and cinematic editing.
Yeah. Um,
You introduce
yeah,
them to Misogi, then oh, there's a time left.
yeah, did you, what the hell?
Uh, so can we do a new recording when they finish?
Mhm.
Okay. Like for example, we introduce people to the Misogi idea and with cinematic editing.
Yeah. And I don't know what it'll keep turning into, but it's like I'm finding my way as I go. You don't you don't know your way and then you go. You find your way as you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fun. Bro, I think I can run all these people over. I'm obsessed with it. And when I get obsessed with things, I go crazy.
Eh,
And I'm looking at the competition of like the content people put out, and I don't think they get it. I do not think they understand it the way I understand it. So we'll see. We'll see.
I think the best exit will be supplement, gym clothing, just a fitness brand in general. That'll be a hugest win possible.
The over you know the Sean Puri quote? No, the quote he says, he's like, "First you get your nest egg and then you go on your
Get your first nut, then you go on your noble mission.
feel like that's what I'm doing. My nut is these like cash flow positive businesses that have been automated and can like just keep me going. Like I feel safe. I could not work for a long time. My noble mission is building some brand around discipline and people doing hard things and responsibility or something like that. That's where I feel like this is heading, but I don't know yet. And I just need to keep doing it as I discover it. But of everything I've done so far, this feels the most fun and natural, and it's a combination of, like, the momentum is fun, everything I talk about and do on it, like, I just live that life, so I'm just talking about the things that I'm doing, um, and the social feedback is sick as well, like, everyone craves social validation,
Yeah.
getting thousands of likes and, like, fuckloads of notifications and people messaging you. I'd be lying if I said that isn't fun as well, but yeah, it's fun, dude. I'd
Th
recommend doing
Are
it.
there really any supermodels reaching out to you?
It's girls reaching out to me, not supermodels. And honestly, there's probably more girls reaching out to me when I had like 1,000 followers and my content was more like Thailand lifestyle than there are. Now it's like, I probably don't see them. I get so many messages from like not little boys, but like teenage boys saying like, what did you do for 75 hard? And blah, blah, blah. Like, what's your gym routine? What's this? What's that? That's like 90% of the messages, which you could say is a fail. But if you make it big enough, I don't think it is.
Yeah. Oh, another video on my on my to edit list is do you know the League of Legends mobile? So the mobile version. I got master rank.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. So I it's like a childhood dream I finally get to achieve. And I'm gonna make like a documentary, like just my gaming life in general with some compilations of pentakills and stuff like that.
That's I, yeah, dude, I got platinum when I was, like, 16, and that was one of my biggest achievements.
It's the mobile versions. Each game is only 15 minutes. It's very
Is
fast
it
paced.
harder or easier, do you think?
It's easier. If you have abundance of time, let's say you are just really stressed out, I would strongly recommend them. Now I'm kind of getting bored because almost every single champion, I learned their skill, their casts, and played everything, achieved my rank. I kind of like grew out of it, but it's one of my my most fun time.
I might give it a shot. I need some, like, anti-stress activities.
I strongly recommend. I do not regret a single minute of it.
Bro, you're joining the 27 club in
Yeah,
5 days.
I'm gonna be as old as you, bro, grandpa.
I know, bro. You're becoming a boomer. What are your plans? What are your thoughts on this?
I don't really celebrate, and yeah. But anyway,
Are you gonna go anywhere
no,
or do anything?
then never. I never have done that.
I hate birthdays as well, man. The birthday with you was fun because we just did like activities all day, but I hate birthdays, man. Every masculine dude I know hates birthdays.
Yeah, it's a great excuse for girls to get attention for sure. They desire compliments, wishes, gifts, etc. But not us, bro.
Isn't that weird? I wonder why that is. Why do why is the masculine, like, not like attention in that way? No, I think it's undeserved attention because you didn't do
Great
any
point. To earn it.
didn't earn it, and it feels cheap. The masculine doesn't like cheap, unearned things.
Great
Feminine does.
point. Or in the valley, they need to climb up and earn their title. As women, on mountain top, they need to protect themselves from falling.
Yeah, it's inbuilt into them. So any unearned
Great point.
reward, bro, that I'm gonna make it real as then. That's why like casual sex feels like shit. Why like drinking feels like shit because it's you're getting pleasure, but it's unearned. You're just hijacking your system,
Yeah,
so it's very empty and hollow.
yeah, yeah.
Damn,
Great point. By the way, I got a joke that I forgot to tell at the beginning of the pod. It's a one-liner. I once fucked a vegan so raw that she started eating meat.
that's very dark if you take it.
How so?
Did you say you fought her so hard she started taking meat?
I once fucked
Oh,
fucked a vegan so raw that she started eating meat. Fucked, not
I thought you said force.
no.
Uh,
And if you make more money than her father, then you are her new daddy. Is another one-liner. I think it's quite good.
that is quite good.
All right, what do you want to do next?
Well, I have like 9 minutes, and this fucking thing ends. This podcast has been a mess, bro. We couldn't get the fucking technical details to work out.
Yeah.
This is. I need to leave in 9 minutes.
Okay. I got just enough things to talk about for the next couple of minutes. So I'm gonna stop this. Yeah, tell me.
Something I want to close the loop on. I said last week. I made a pretty bold statement, and this is only in my experience. Every time I hang out with a girl, or like start getting closer to a girl, or start pursuing girls, my life rapidly gets worse.
Yeah.
That's maybe a me problem. That's maybe a them problem. Like I get less disciplined, stop working on things, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I tried it very like, it was very front of mind as I was hanging out with this girl, and she was lovely, but my life rapidly got worse. I got less disciplined. I stopped doing as much work, stopped achieving. I stopped doing the things that I'd much prefer to be doing, which is maybe selfish, but that has now given me the freedom that it's like, I don't want to even think about girls for this next period at all. I don't want to meet up with them. I don't want to be focused on pick up anything. I want to like go all in on this thing and just see what happens. But yeah, just to
So,
close that loop.
wait. You will not believe. So I have another quote written down in today's show notes. So you have to pick the right spouse. Otherwise, your 3 generations gonna suffer from it. Ooh, you feel?
Yeah. Does Naval say the person you end up marrying will be the most important decision in your life? Someone says something like,
Naval said, where you live, like it determines your job perspective, the food you eat, the water you drink, the air you breathe, and who you marry, and the job you dedicate to. Like people
yeah,
underestimate the amount of impact, and they spend too little time just analyzing. So if you're choosing the city to stay, like spend at least a year, like checking out all the different options.
100%, dude. 100%. Do you have something that'll last like 8 to 10 minutes, dude?
I have. You have?
No, do you have?
Yeah, I do.
We can just, okay. What you got?
So now this is our, do you know, remember what's the number of this pop?
Is it between 30 and 40?
No, it's 24, bro.
What? We've only done 24? I feel like we're done.
And some of them are like 16 minutes, one of them. So, okay.
Fucking up.
So we're almost a quarter into the pod journey, right? So after we finish our last pod, the 100th on the religion debate, so I will feed all our pod into ChatGPT and ask it to generate a book in a conversational format. So that'll be our like medal towards the end.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Already on, like, and you would be the same. Things that we've said on the first 10, we would disagree with now and probably have a different perspective. Probably like 80% we would still agree with, but I guarantee our minds have changed on a lot of things, as it should.
Yeah. If you don't think you're stupid a couple years back, that means you haven't grown at all.
100%. 100%.
So in the book, the chapters being like health, fitness, politics, social media, marketing, etc., smooth transitions. And if by then we don't have like one shot prompt to generate a movie from the given data. So
It'll be cool. It'll be I think by the time we do 100, AI will be good enough to feed it all of our transcripts and then be like and because it will span multiple years, we can be like, generate a conversation between 26-year-old Jamie and 26-year-old Eugene, and then about this topic, and then generate it from 28-year-old Eugene and 28-year-old Jamie, and how do they differ? Things like that will be cool.
and I can ask easily to make a compilation of all the big laughters, the wow mind blown moments, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Trailer of a compilation, which is quite cool. I bet.
Birthday one on this one is a great example. That is something that's in real time coming to like a realization that you've felt before but never put into words and like concreted it.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna make a reel of that. Something about unearned pleasure.
Yeah, that's a very good one. But
The
that
hook could
okay,
be
like
something like,
yeah.
"Do you hate your birthday? Do you hate your birthday as well?" Something like that. Something that like is like probably a lot of people think about, but you've never seen a hook like that to like get someone in.
Yeah, but again,
Is why you hate your birthday.
it comes down to you're talking about the difference between male and females, and only bitter guys watch those type of content. So you can have a
But I don't need to frame it in like a men versus women thing. It could be more I don't know. Yeah, maybe I won't make that rule. We'll see.
okay. So the last thing is, do you watch All In podcast?
Not all of them, but maybe like 1 and 3.
Really, I couldn't stand it for some reason. I watch every single my first million, but when it comes to Oe, I just couldn't stand them, bro. Even I put on 3 times speed, I still get annoyed. Like how they interrupt each other, like how I just want to get like one sentence summary of the plot and just move on. I couldn't stand it, bro.
Do you know who all of them are though?
Huh?
Do you know who each individually of them are?
Yeah, Jake Hall, Chamath, out of all of them, Chamath is my favorite, and I think it's not a coincidence that he's the wealthiest. He's coherent. He's smart.
Yeah. I think the only way you need to know who they are to enjoy it because they're like the fucking Mount Rushmore of Silicon Valley. Like they've all crushed it in business. And then when you watch it under that lens, but yeah, it is they do interrupt each other a lot. Um it's not
I,
as concise. I still enjoy that.
and Andreessen Horowitz, that's another very good one. I've come across it a couple times, but I still couldn't get myself like get interested.
Was Naval on All In podcast recently?
Yeah, that was the only part I finished from beginning.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was really good though. That was really, really good.
yeah, that was good.
I really enjoyed
And also the novel with Chris Williamson, we both watched it, 3 hour, very good. It's so info dense
I
that
only watched 2 hours into it.
many times.
Yes, bro. I'm only 2 hours into it because I've rewatched the parts I've watched so many times to, like, really think about and consume the things that he just said. They are extremely profound.
And
Like,
it's so casually, like it's nothing, bro.
100%.
No, I'm sure
But
3 years later, if I watch this plot again, I'm gonna have new enlightenments.
exactly, bro. It's like the original one he did on Joe Rogan. It's, like,
Yeah, just that was good.
extremely profound in all
Very good.
the takeaways. Yeah. It feels like he's done a lot of what we're doing right now, just the discussion and dissection of ideas and, like, kind of pulling them apart to get those, like, key takeaways. Like, he's done that for, like imagine we did this for decades regularly, we'd probably have some of those insights to
He
share.
he has another part, like with David Schultz. I forgot what's the name with the philosopher, the scientist. Is so
Well,
yeah, Naval. He has another part with pure philosophical stuff.
link me that. I don't think I've seen it.
No way. David Schultz, the fabric of reality type of stuff. It's extremely deep. I couldn't like understand a single word of it.
This is my watching thing. I do so much, like, long sessions on the bike that I'm actually watching a lot of TV shows, movies, YouTube videos, and they're perfect because it's like you're going semi-intense, but it's you can watch something, so that's
Like
good.
I watched this stuff and I thought to myself, okay, I'm gonna watch this like 5 years later because I wouldn't. I don't have the enough experience and wisdom to understand this. It's very very deep. Like it's a serious David Schultz.
Bro, what you just said is sorry to relate this back to Instagram marketing, but it's like it's very obviously where my brain is.
Yeah.
That's the reason why a lot of people don't grow is the exact opposite of what you just said. No one has the humility to be a student and to learn things. Everyone is so egotistical that they're like, they think the way they post and the content they make is better than it is. And they're not. I'm still extremely cognizant of the fact that my content is so dog shit and I've so much more to learn from the people that actually crush it on Instagram. But there's people with like 2,000, 4,000 followers that think they know everything and they won't take advice or like change their content. Um, dude, the what you just said of the lack of ego is like not just Instagram and social growth, but like all areas you have to have that mindset to be good at
I agree.
anything. But so many people can't strip that ego away.
I want to be I want to be learning until I die. Keep learning. That's my one
Yeah.
of my. So okay.
I don't think you could ever be
Yeah.
dude, I gotta go in like the next minute.
So what were you gonna say?
I gotta go in the next minute to make
Okay.
this appointment.
Okay. So
So
yeah.
go ahead.
So I was envisioning if we are doing a 4-person pod, and not definitely not this serious because it's gonna be a pain in the ass to coordinate. So like now I bring a dark joke and you bring a light humor. A third, fourth person could one person bring a pickup line like, "Are you a magician? Because you just moved a part of me without touching it." And another guy bring a new word of the day. Like, like each person has their like signature like
Yeah.
keyword. Like Andrew Tate is perspicacity, and the Navarro is equanimous, and or the Greek philosophy, memento mori. I think there's a Ryan Holiday, like live in the day and be mindful of your death. It is so. I would be so much smarter after each episode. So if to finish the pod, what's your like a personal word for me? Can you take a guess?
Personal word?
Yeah, like all those signature words. If people like Naval is equanimous and Andrew Tate is perspicacity. And what is it for yourself? And after that we have
For you, I would say it's experience.
efficiency. I think just make the most out of
Efficiency?
life and giving circumstance. Efficiency, yeah, not productivity.
Yeah, okay. That's sort of congruent to the one. The reason I say experience is because
Yeah,
hanging out with you and getting to know you is like you want to experience everything life has to offer
yeah.
and you do it non-judgmentally. Like you try everything. That's why you travel so much. That's why you're always like you're very high energy because you want to do everything and pull the most out of life. But you could describe that as efficiency as well.
Oh,
So what would you say for me?
what's your
I
word?
don't know. What would you say it is?
I don't know. Yeah. Let's leave it for next part.
I'll think about it, bro. Oh, about it.
I have so much that I haven't talked to you about. Do you know Kian Sadiki? So he's a 26-year-old. He's creating 23andMe, but better version. Genetics, what's that word? Genome something.
Yeah,
He's
genomes.
talking to sperm experts and everything. So I learned so much about health stuff recently, thanks to you. Because if it was free, I wouldn't be so interested. At least 2025 now, yeah.
If he has a podcast, bro, that sounds super interesting. If you're
It does.
me,
I've
I've
been
also
visiting it.
I don't know if you've seen this, but they just brought back direwolves, which was this extinct um species of
Yes,
wolf.
it's on my.
You
That's
just
so cool.
yeah, I think that's awesome. And the company that is doing that, if there was ever a company I would work for, it'd be that company. Like they're trying to bring back dinosaurs and the mammoth, and like I think that shit is so cool.
Yeah, literally gonna say I'm waiting for Mammoth next.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Dude, do you wanna do another one? Maybe in the few days after your birthday, we'll do 27-year-old Eugene.
Okay. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about. So next pop,
We
we
do.
talk about education, our education background, and then after that, we talk about our family dynamics. So I want to tell you, like how my mom is the one wearing pants in my family. Like my dad is like,
True, true. And how that shapes the decision.
yeah,
Bro, I really need to go. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
it's a messy battle. Yeah, I'll see you
Oh
in.
yeah, mess bug. It happens. Talk to you soon, bro.
All right, enjoy our medical appointment. See ya.
See ya.